Hi, welcome to Sewing Seams with Deb. Today's Friday sews. We're going to talk about the Rhapsody blouse and my machines are back. Yay! Returning for those that are, and a very warm welcome to those that are here for the first time. So Sewing Seams with Deb this week on our Friday sews, we are going to talk about a few things. First of all, what I'm wearing. So I'm wearing the Rhapsody blouse, and I have a photo, so let's see if I can insert it this time. So it's a beautiful fabric. I got this fabric from a op shop and or a thrift store, and it's a really drapey rayon or very, very light cotton, and it's lovely for this ongoing hot weather. Oh, please. We are suffering from relentless hot weather with very hot nights, and we're hoping an end is in sight. Anyway, that's March for you in Western Australia. So the Rhapsody blouse is a Love Notions pattern, and it's seeming to be a bit of a theme, isn't it? I really love Love Notions patterns, and this one here, it's got so many variations and options, so you can make it into a full dress, which I haven't done yet. I've only got this blouse and another one, so I've used the short sleeves and the flutter sleeves in the past, and I haven't made it without the little ties yet. So some people on Instagram, I notice, make it without ties, and I know this is a favorite of Whitney's and lots of other people's, and I know Whitney's at Tomkat Stitchery. She absolutely loves this one. It's a tried and true, and she's the one that I got the idea from. I think I need a tried and true blouse, and I'm absolutely loving it. So yeah, this one's lovely. It looks great with jeans, or you need a plain skirt and trousers. So yeah, that's my blouse. So, and then my second one that I've got, and I have a picture for this one too. I made this one last year. So this one's made out of a crepe, got from Spotlight, and they're both in size medium. So they're quite, I like them to be a little bit, blousey. I know it's a blouse, but a little bit loose, so that they're not really, really tight, so that they can hide a multitude of sins, you know what I mean? Like, so they can hide all your lumps and bumps. So I don't like them really tight. Not this stage of things. And the back's lovely. It's got this little pleat, and that hangs beautifully on the right sort of drapey fabric. And the recommended fabrics are the drapey ones. And then the collar I did in a hand stitch that when I rolled it over. So they just pick up very minute threads as you go, little tiny bits, and then it stays rolled no matter many times you wash it. I did the same with this one. It's all hand stitched and it's rolled over. Anyway, it doesn't suggest to do that in the pattern instructions, but I think that it looks lovely. So that's that. So that Rhapsody blouse is a big winner on my part. So yeah, now what's on the model? That's the t-shirt that I made last week, which is the Tabitha tee from Tilly's and the Buttons book. Remember, we spoke about Tills and her great name. And so that's a basic black t-shirt with a V-neck. I had trouble with that V. Oh my giddy aunt. I tell you, it just about did my head in. And so I had to walk away and make a nice cup of tea and come back, and I took my time. Anyway, it turned out okay. So I'm quite happy to wear it. I've done twin needling around the bottom of or right through the V, and around the sleeves and around the bottom on the hem. So I don't have a cover stitch machine. So that worked out fine. Speaking of machines, my machines are back. Yay! And it took a full 2 weeks. But you know what? It was worth the wait. So I've got my beautiful Juki overlocker or serger. She's back. She's a workhorse. I did completely the wrong thing. A couple of days ago, don't do this at home. I was talking on the phone, someone, happy birthday, how's it going, what are you up to, all the rest. Meanwhile, I'm trying to rethread my dookie at the same time. Not a good idea with an overlocker, right? It is a well-known fact worldwide that these are not fun to thread. And the little system that I have where I snip off the threads at the back and then join them with a knot with the new replacement threads, I forgot what I was doing while I was talking on the phone, just pulled it all out. So I had to rethread it again. Oh dear, what a week I've had. So that literally took me hours and hours to, anyway, I did it. And again, went and got a cup of tea and took my time, and it was hot and it was late afternoon, full sun. Anyway, I've done it. So I'm very pleased about that, and it's working fine. I've got a work in progress, which, hang on, I'll show you. So remember this blue green fabric. So this is the fabric that I'm using to make the pussy bow blouse, which I spoke about before. So the overlocker's working quite fine. So what I like to do with this particular pattern, I like to overlock everything before I even sew it together. I haven't started sewing it together, but ta-da, it's working. So I was very happy about that. So that's the pussy bow blouse by Sew Over It. Now, that size is 8 to 20. Pretty sure that these people have Sew Over It have extended their size range. So if you want to check on their website, they will have that listed on there. Plus, predominantly you can get them PDF now. But as I said last time, I've got the printed pattern, and it's such a lovely little book with all the instructions and beautiful pictures that explain how to do it. So that would all be on a PDF these days. Anyway, so I'm about to sew the front, and that's the tricky part of this. It's the bow part of the blouse, so that's exciting. It's a bit of a theme, isn't it? Look, this has got a simulated pussy bow. Anyway, so that'll be done, and it's going to have long sleeves. So that'll be great when that's done. Ready for our autumn, when it finally gets here. Hello, please, we really need some cooler weather. If you don't like it. Some people love this heat. I'm over it. Anyway, so that was my dookie, and I had some fun. Not. Now, my other machine is an Elna 5300. I've had that one, I've mentioned before, for about 10 years, and it's just a beautiful machine. It's getting a little bit tired. So when I collected the machines from my repair person, the lady said, is there anything else I can help you with? And well, you know how it goes when you're in these stores. Well, I wouldn't mind looking at some machines. So guess what? I looked at a machine and I've made a decision. I'm going to get the Brother. I'm going to get the Brother, and I've ordered it. Now we have to wait for it to arrive. Isn't that frustrating? You've made the decision. You've got the money. You've made the savings. Got it all ready. And now they have to order it. So it's a Brother NV 1800Q. That's a quick picture of it. I'll see if I can find a better picture. This from the book. Oh, is that? No, sorry, my bad. Wrong one. I'll cut that off. That's the one there. The 1800Q. And it's got lots of features, and I'm very excited. Each day I'm waiting for that company to ring me and say, yay, it's here. And I will go across town and collect it. So that's going to be very exciting. And thank you for those people that suggested what machines they use and what ones I might consider, because I did say I was thinking about it. So your suggestions are greatly appreciated. I have had a Brother before, so a Brother sewing machine, so I'm really happy to stick with that. And it's sort of middle range. It's not high end. I don't really, I can't justify the high end, really expensive machines, not at this stage. So I'm really happy to get that. It's going to be so exciting. So that, what else have I been doing? Right. Oh, I did that workshop. Oh, yes. Oh, that giddy aunt again. I had issues. It's been a week of really tricky things going wrong with sewing, and I thought, was there a message here or what's going on? Anyway, I've made that project bag. It's awesome. It's big. It's big. And I never intended to have blue on here, but guess what? I read the instructions. I read them again. I checked. I double checked. Have I got everything? Yes, I have. No, I didn't. I didn't have this patch and this patch, and I didn't have this with me. So please be organised, woman. So anyway, I got there and was working away, and my machine was skipping stitches. And, you know, there's a lot of knowledge in the room, and so people were helping me. And it worked out that the overlock, the foot was incorrect for the machine, we believe, and it was skipping stitches. So anyway, I finished it off at home, and I hand stitched that down around the edge, not unlike the collar on this, the edge on that. So I've hand stitched around because the machine didn't like it. And that's when I got to that on Monday, I thought, you know what, I'm making a decision about that machine. So that's when I decided. Anyway, so that's finished, and now I can start using it. And that's very exciting. Excellent. Now, what else has been happening? Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about this awesome podcast I've been listening to. I walk every day, and when I walk, I like to listen to, well, the birds and relax and all that, but I also like to listen to podcasts. And the podcast I've been listening, I've discovered, it's been around a while. It's called Check Your Threads, and it's a lady called Zoe, and it's all about sustainability around our sewing and tips and tricks and so on. And I loved the fitting and your changing size. It was such an interesting episode. So I encourage you to go across to Check Your Threads, it's called. I'm loving it. And the other thing was the other day when I was sewing, and who does this? I'll be interested to hear what you do when you're sewing. You know, often I have the radio on, and sometimes I have YouTube talking in the background to all my community are talking to me, you know, Whitney at Tomkat and various other people, a lot of other people. And this day I had iView, that's our ABC here in Australia. We have our streaming service, it's called iView. So I went on to iView and I was watching Call the Midwife. Oh, don't you love that show? And every single episode a baby's born, so that's awesome. And it was really sad, and I was crying. So I'm crying and sewing, and I thought, oh, yeah, my heart's too soft today. So so that was Called the Midwife. I love that. It's a lovely show. It's all feel-good stuff, and it's everyday life, but not these days. It's back in the 50s and 60s, and I love it because you get to see the fashion as well, and the hard times people were going through in Britain and at various times throughout the century. Yeah, so it's a great show. What have you been watching? What do you watch when you're sewing in your sewing room, in your sewing space? Do you watch anything? Do you have the radio on? Some people like it really quiet. So, and I do too sometimes. Sometimes I go, you know what? I think I'll just be quiet for a change. Because if you haven't worked out, I talk a lot. And, you know, my family will certainly attest to that. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone who subscribed. I've put a couple of shorts up. I mean, they're little tiny videos, and that's a lot of fun. So I'm having such fun, which is my mission for this particular channel, is to have fun with it. So I am having fun, and I hope you are too. And I'd like to share that joy with you and share the fun. And I will be back real soon with another episode, and maybe throw in a short or two in between, hey? All right. Have a great week. Bye.